Welcome to Art Inspired Yoga with the Berry Art Museum. My name is Leah of Rise and Shine. This flow we highlight Dale Chihuly's Gilded and Amber Chandelier. Chihuly is perhaps the most famous American glassblower. As a Fulbright Fellow, he traveled to Italy and was the first non-Italian glassblower to gain access and apprentice with the famed glass masters. This work captures the fluidity of glass as a medium, using smaller multiple pieces to create larger organic ones. This work embodies a traditional Venetian chandelier while also standing alone as an intricate sculpture. If you're interested in more programming such as this, please consider becoming a member of the Berry Art Museum. We would love to have you. Welcome to the yoga portion of Art Inspired Yoga. As you can see, the Chihuly chandelier is behind me right here. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Cross your legs, sit up nice and tall. Control yourself as you come down to lay on your mat. Soles of your feet come to touch. You can place blocks on the outside of your thighs. Feel settled here. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Really ground into yourself. So take some deep breaths. And full cleansing exhale. Throughout this practice, make sure you're listening to yourself, listening to your body. It always gives us messages of what feels best for it in this moment. Do your best to connect to your breath and enjoy the ride. Full breath in, full breath out. Beautiful. Gently close your knees together like a book. Slide your heels closer to your glutes. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Left leg can extend out long. And your exhale, switch knees. Left leg is into your chest, right leg extended out long or bent, your choice. Now hugging both knees into your chest, gently rock side to side, giving yourself a massage on your spine. Tee out your hands, palms face down on the ground. Release your knees over to the left. Do your best to keep your right shoulder down on the mat as well. You can look over your right hand. Deep breaths in, even in this twist. Good. Knees come back to center. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling now. Point and flex your toes. Add some ankle circles. Just warming up our body here, including the tiniest of our toes. This is a gentle inversion where we allow our blood flow to change up as well. Supine twist on the right side. Same thing. Left shoulder stays down to the ground. Knees are over to the right. Give yourself a full inhale and exhale even though you are twisted. Beautiful. When you're ready, inhale, knees back to center. Now this time extend just your right leg, left leg stays bent. We're doing a half happy baby. We are still warming up. We're going to be focusing on our hips and hamstrings this class. So gently pushing into your right sole of your foot, kicking into your hand, opening up your right hip a bit more. Good. And gently release. Left leg's turn. Left leg goes up. Bend your left knee. Gently tug your left knee in towards your side here. Half happy baby. The right sole of your foot is stamped on the ground, allowing you to wiggle side to side. I like to extend my opposite arm on top of my head for a little more of a stretch. Good. Feet are as wide as your mat now. Knock your knees in together for some relief on your hips. You can gently windshield vibrate your knees as well if that feels good for you. We did some hip opening. Now we're doing some restorative movement for our hips. With that, gently rock and roll up and down your spine, taking your time to come back up to seated. Fix your necklace if need be. All right, so from here, come on up to tabletop. Elbows and shoulders are stacked over your wrists. You can also make a fist like I am here. Drop your belly to cow, arch your back to cat. Super important we warm up our spine, connecting our breath to movement even in these movements of warm up. Good. Tuck your chin to your chest. Gently look over to your right side. Look over to your left now. Kind of wiggling our hips in this tabletop position here. From here, playing with the shape of the chandelier, having some barrel rolls, some organic movement, whatever feels best for you. Come to stillness now on this tabletop. Good. Send your hips back towards your heels, sitting up tall, stretching out your fingertips now. You can plant your left palm down on the mat, feeling a nice stretch on your forearm. The more back you are towards your heels, the more intense this stretch is going to be. So see what feels best for you. You can even tuck your toes under for some added invigoration in your arches of your feet. Untuck your toes if that feels good for you. Bend your left arm. Now right arm's turn. Gently tug back on your fingertips. When you're ready, plant your right palm down, fingertips facing towards your knees. Same thing. Go to wherever you feel the stretch in your right forearm. You can even tuck your toes under if that feels good for you. This is not meant to be painful, but more so just awakening different parts of your body through holding certain poses a bit longer. Deep breath in. Good. And exhale. Release. Fingertips are facing forward. Now both fingertips face back. This time palms are up. See how that feels different in your body. Coming back to traditional tabletop, plant your left hand, right hand comes up, thread the needle, resting your right shoulder, right ear down. Left hand can extend out over top, hips are up high. Doing some gentle awakening of our shoulders here. If you like, you can bend your right elbow, give yourself a pat on the back. Slide your left hand in closer towards your head as you further push more into the mat. Good. Come on up, tabletop. Left hand's turn. Left hand extends to the sky. Thread the needle. Left shoulder, left ear come down to the mat. Right arm extends forward. You can bend your left hand. Give yourself another pat on the back there. Good. Slide your right hand in closer. Push further. Pushing down, opening your chest to the side more, feeling more of an opening in your left shoulder here. And gently release, coming to tabletop. Good. Extend your left leg out long, right knee stays bent, right hand comes out in front, warming up our core, activating our stabilization muscles. Extend your leg and bend. Good. Hand comes to knee. There you go. And now other side. Right leg extends out, left hand is out tall. Left hand to right knee. Warming up our core, warming up our balance. Good job, y'all. All right, knees are as wide as the mat. Sending your hips back for our first child's pose of class. You can tense your fingertips for a more active child's pose, or just rest them down, whatever feels best for you. Reach over to the right. Creepy crawl your fingers to the right side, feeling a stretch along the left side of your body. Deep breath here. On your exhale, walk your hands over back to center, traveling through to the left side now. Your hips are staying as square as possible, so you feel the stretch along the right side of your body now, all along your side body. Walk your hands back to center, and gently keep your chest low, come forward to cobra. Setting up here, warming up our back muscles, lift your chest off the ground, and release down. Good, lift your chest up, release it back down, activating all your back muscles here and your glutes. Swim your arms forward, maybe you interlock your hands behind you, lift your chest up as high as you can. As long as you're feeling the strength in your back, you got it done. Good, go ahead and push up back to tabletop now. Inhale again, right hand comes up, thread the needle, right shoulder, right ear to the ground. Again, bend that right elbow if you so desire. Left arm comes out in front. Now this time, bind your left hand behind your back for a little bit more of an opening. Open your chest to the side more. And good. Release your left arm. Release your right arm. Send your hips back. Come to child's pose. Again, option to tent onto your fingertips if you want a more active pose. Reach over to the right. See how this feels different the second time through. You should still feel elongation along your left side body. Arms come back to center. Come up to tabletop. Left arm comes up to the sky. Twist. Thread the needle. Left shoulder is on the ground. Right arm is straight ahead. Bind your right arm behind your back. You can push your left arm into the ground to open your chest to the side more. Not forcing, but just welcoming and opening. Good. Arms out straight for child's pose. Walk your hands over to the left side now. Feeling the stretch along the right side of your body. Hands come back to center. Slide your chest forward. Come down to cobra. Big toes come to touch, push through the tops of your feet here, and rise up, Sphinx pose. Elbows are underneath your shoulders, look straight ahead. Hips are still square to the ground. Doing good, everyone. All right, this is a nice slight back bend and also a chest opener. Tuck your toes under, lift up, tabletop, and now hover your knees up, send your hips back, first down dog or class. We are warm, let's get moving. You can pedal out your down dog. Remember to push evenly through your palms here. Look at your ankles so your neck is not cocked up. Hips up high, lift your heels, send both heels over to the right. Feel that stretch along the outside of your thigh. Heels come up again. Exhale, lower them down to the center. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower both heels to the left. See how this feels on your body. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, traditional down dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Step, hop, float to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Head's hanging heavy here. Take a deep bend in your knees. You can ragdoll, dangling, rocking side to side. A nice deep bend in your knees. Feels totally good, especially on my lower back. How about you all? All right, coming back now to stillness. Plant your left hand, bend your left knee. Twist open your right hand up to the sky. If you like, you can place a block underneath your left hand. Bend your knees deeply. Good. Now, plant your right hand, left hand comes up, right knee is bent, twisting open to the opposite side. Come back to center, deep bend in your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. From here, mountain pose. Strong, rooted, chest is lifted, hands are down to your side, energy going through your fingertips. Stay lifted even in this standing posture. Bring your hands to heart center. And let's go. Inhale, arms overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Plant your palms, step back, high plank. Shift forward, move through your chaturanga, or you can lower your knees down, of course. Upward facing dog. Chest is open, legs are still engaged. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes up, three-legged dog. Keep your hips squared. Now this time, stack your hips, point your right toe, bend your knee. Feeling that nice hip opening here. You're still pushing actively through both palms. Good. Feel that opening on your right hip. Re-square your hips. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step your right foot through. Rise up, warrior two. Plant your left foot. Strong bend in your right knee. Shoulders relax down. Straighten your right leg. Reach forward as far as you can with your right hand until you can't anymore. Tick-tock down, triangle. Good. Your obliques are engaged here. Chest is lifted. We did the side opening of our chest. We're ready for this. Good. We bend to warrior two. Turn your toes parallel. Star pose. And now bend into your left leg. Left leg is our lead for warrior two on the left side. Rooted through the pinky edge of your right foot. Strong bend in your left leg. Reach forward with your left hand. Tick-tock your arms down. Triangle on the left side. Chest is open as much as it can to the side wall. Rise up again, warrior two left side. Straighten your left leg. Turn your toes parallel to each other, star pose. Hands on your hips. You stay there, I'll turn around so you can see me better. All right, so star pose, chest is lifted. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Head comes down to the mat. You can also make a pillow with your fists to rest your head on. Just play with this. Feel the opening in your hamstring. Your goal is to get your crown of your head to the ground. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet. Core is still engaged. Full breaths here. Good. Hands come under your shoulders. Engage your core. Rise up, flat back. Arms shoot overhead. Rebend now into your right leg, warrior two. Very strong. Reverse warrior, right hand comes up. Bind your left hand behind you if that feels good for you. Traditional warrior two on the right side. Swing your arm forward now. High lunge. Left ball of your foot is up. Strong bend in that right knee still. Hips are squared forward. And hands to heart center. Good. Frame your right foot with both hands. Rocking back and forth. Left foot is behind you. Bend your left leg, step forward, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, next flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swim your hands behind you now, like you're hugging your calves. Elbows are resting behind you. Hug your chest even closer to your quads. You can, of course, keep a bend in your knee if that feels better for you. Just deepening this forward fold as much as your body allows. Inhale, release to halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank. You can lower your knees here, of course, if you always feel more comfortable that way. Shift your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up, three-legged dog, as high as you can go. Good. Exhale, left knee to nose, step your left foot through, seal your right heel down, rainbow your arms open, warrior two on the left side. Strong bend in your left leg, shoulders relax down, relax your jaw. Reverse warrior here, left hand comes up and over, right arm binds behind your back. Nice side stretch here, keeping that strong bend in your left leg. Good. Coming back to warrior two, straighten your left leg here. We're going to turn now to the other side. High lunge here on the right. So our left heel is off the ground. Strong bend in your right leg. High lunge. Good. Frame your foot. Frame your right foot. Rocking back and forth. Bend your back leg. Step forward to forward fold. Playing with the movement of our mat. Our orientation here. Same thing. Hug your arms behind your calves. Forearm to calf, deepen your forward fold. Good, release, bend your knees deeply, rise up, chair pose. Relax your shoulder blades down, biceps by your ears. Sit back, you should still be able to see your toes. There you go, so strong. And stand up tall, hands to heart center. Good job. Squat down now. Chair pose, round two. Twist over towards your right side. Arms can be open, or you can hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Do your best to keep your chest lifted as if you are in upward facing dog. Shoulders back. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, squat down. Chair pose number three. Hands come to heart center now. Twist from your core. If you want, hook your right elbow on the outside of your left leg, or your arms can be open, your choice. Playing with all the different shapes and movement we see from the chandelier with our bodies here. Inhale, stand up tall, cactus your arms back, extended mountain posture, diving down, forward fold. Good. Plant your palms, step your left foot back, right leg stays in front. Lower your left leg down now. Low crescent lunge. This is such a big hip opener on the left side. Good. You can rest your hands on your quads or your hips, whatever feels best. You have your bend in your right foot, your right leg. Chest stays lifted, crown is lifted. Inhale, arms overhead. Good. Left arm stays up, right arm circles back. It's almost as if you were swimming. Cactus your arms, chest lifts. Frame your foot. Shifting back now to half split. I like to keep a slight bend in my knee. Heel your toes back. Keep your back as flat as possible. And then melt your heart towards your shin. Good. If you want, shimmy your foot out a little bit more in front, working towards full split. You can also use blocks here or get your mat trapped there. It happens. Lift your left leg up. Bouncing, rocking back and forth on that ball of your foot. Plant your left hand, right arm comes up. Good. Slight twist there. Bend your left leg, hop forward, forward fold. One more time. Hug. Hug your calves in. Deeper forward fold here. Good. Release. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, step your right foot back. Left leg is in front now. Lower your right knee, untuck your right toes, rise up. Low crescent lunge, left leg is in front. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Circle one arm back, then the other. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together for a cactus, lifting your chest up to the ceiling. Good. Plant both palms, shift your hips back, half split. Flex your toes here. Again, you can use your blocks. Melt your heart as close towards your left shin as possible. Keep looking down so your neck and spine are in one straight line. If you want, shimmy your foot out a little further, working on full splits, not forcing, but enjoying that stretch. Good. When you can, wiggle your foot back, tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee. Right hand plants, left arm twists up to the sky, reach on back like you're shaking your best friend's hand. Left arm back up to the sky. Frame your foot, step your right foot forward. Place your forearms behind your calves. Head hangs heavy, you can nod your head yes. Good. Bend your knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. The Chihuly chandelier has so many shapes, so we are definitely playing with all the spirals and heights and all of that. Stay lifted as we work on our balance now. Good. You're going to lift your left leg up. When you're ready, wrap it behind you. Keep your hips square. Stay lifted. Keep breathing. Good. All right. Gently now with control, release it down. Now lift your right knee. Hips are squared. Bring your foot behind you. With your right hand, grab your right foot. I like to place my left hand in the center of my chest to help you balance. Keep your knees in close together. Ooh, if you fall over, no biggie. Come on back to it. Anchor yourself firmly through your supporting foot and gently release your right leg. Good. Roll your shoulders out, shake it out. Move it a bit if you need to. Good. Inhale, star pose, chest is lifted, take up space. Exhale, plant your right hand down, left arm stays up. Switch here. Right hand is up to the sky. Good. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and come on all the way up. Star pose again. We bend down to your right leg, warrior two, reverse warrior, warrior two, straighten your leg. Switch to the other side. Left leg, warrior two, reverse warrior on the left side, warrior two on the left, straighten your left leg. Face forward. Turn your toes slightly out, goddess posture, getting into a deep yogi squat here. Good, you can heel toe your feet together and whoop, jump on in. All right, facing the traditional orientation of your mat now, not the wide side. Back to mountain posture. Reconnect with your why. Reconnect with that voice within. Inhale, arms overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Good. Now inhale here. Right leg is staying close to you. Working on our half split. Trying to emulate the shape we see in the chandelier. Lift your left leg as high as you can. Left hand stands out for balance. Right arm is grabbing behind your calf. Good. When you feel comfortable, bend your left leg here. You feel a big hip opener, but also a balance challenge. Let your arms support you. Straighten your left leg and lower down. Good job. Lowering here into pyramid pose. Of course, you can use blocks and keep your knees bent. Good. Gently bend now. Come into forward fold. Gently rock side to side. That was a new posture. That was a big posture. Doing our best to emulate the shapes we see from this beautiful chandelier. Inhale, arms overhead, extended mountain posture. Good. Recollect, hands at heart center, going to mountain pose. Good job, everyone. Let's try it again. All right. Inhale, arms overhead, extended mountain pose. Dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms now. Keep your hands and feet close to each other. Lift your right leg up. Square your hips until you cannot any longer. Right arm stays on the ground. Left arm wraps around your left calf, trying to draw your chest closer to your left quad. Eventually, stack your hips, bend your right leg. Good, opening the hips even more. Half split here. Good job. You can do it. Engage the glutes and gently lower your right leg or your left leg down. Right leg down, apologies. Bend your right leg, come on up to forward fold. Good job, everybody. Ragdoll here, bend your knees for a nice release. All right, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees deeply, rise up, extending mountain pose. Twist over towards your right side. Arms circle back up, twist over to your left. Arms circle back up, switching, getting any extra energy out. Those were big challenge peak postures and you did great. All right, we just cactus our arms, hands come to heart center. Dive down again, forward fold. Step back, high plank. Core is engaged here. Everything's strong because you are strong. Good. Gently lower your knees, untuck your toes. Knees come out as wide as your mat. Send your hips back, child pose. Regroup here. Good. Coming back to tabletop. On our knees now. Step your right foot in front, all the way to the side of your mat. Getting here into lizard posture. Hands are to the inside of your right foot. Left leg extends out long. I like to go onto the outer edge of my right foot. If you do that, make sure your ankle and knee are stacked. You can lower down to your forearms or stay lifted on your palms, your choice. You can also put blocks under your arms if that feels best for you. Carefully lift back up to your palms, shimmy your foot back to center. Let's go into half split. We played with this pose before. If you want to try a full split now, shimmy your leg out as far forward as you can. Some days you have it, some days you don't. No worries, don't rush, don't force. Today, my body wasn't giving it, yeah? You can come to half split, keeping your back nice and flat, chest is open though. Good. Carefully rebend into your right leg. Low crescent lunge here. Arms come overhead, core is engaged. Slight back bend here. Good. Frame your right foot. Slide it back to meet your left. Big child's pose. Good. Coming up to your left leg now. Low crescent lunge, left leg in front. Heel toe your left foot to the edge of your mat. Plant both palms here, lizard posture. Rotate onto the left side of your foot if you like. And you can also lower to your forearms if that feels best for you and this big hip opener. Full breaths here. Good job, everybody. Good. Shimmy your foot back to center, framing your foot, coming into half split, or maybe you play with a full split here. Right, yoga practice, see what feels best for you. Keep your foot nice and flexed, no need to force a pose. You can also use blocks here. Half split or full split, your choice. Whenever you're ready, rebend into that left leg. Nice and carefully, taking your time. Good. Tuck your right toes under. Gently lift up. Get resituated. Arms come overhead. Bend at the elbows. Lift your chest to the sky. Feel that nice opening. Exhale, hands to your hips. And step your left foot back to your right. Come to child's pose. Deep breaths in here. You did amazing. This is a beautiful, intricate art piece. So this flow had us going all over the place, from the floor to standing to splits, everywhere in between. If you saw that graceful threading the needle to get onto our back, we're getting ready to close out this flow. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Just like we did in the beginning of class, we're here in full happy baby this time. Gently rock side to side. Play with this. Remember, it's yoga practice. We're here to enjoy. All right, lights are Nice and long, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. This is where I'll leave you today. Take your time. Enjoy a long Shavasana. Knock your knees into your chest as well if that feels best for you. Thank you so much for joining. Be well and take care.